Namaste, angels. I'm going to do a client reading. I'm beginning with Earth Connection. Wow. Okay. And opening right to Moon Tree, which is a card of sacred marriage, sacred union. It represents the marriage not only between two souls, but between heaven and earth. So all things sacred marriage. Earth Connection. And answered prayer. Earth Connection. Somebody, wow, okay. Sacred Union. I was going to say somebody needs to reconnect with the earth in the least. Somebody may be an earth sign as well, but there's definitely a need to like do some meditation outdoors. Sacred union is what it looks like. It's sacred union. And on the heels of sacred marriage, essentially through Moon Tree, it's already confirmation of, I guess, for what type of reading for what type of couple or union I'm about to read. And I haven't even laid anything yet. But there's the need for the meditation I was talking about. Opposite the earth connection. Okay, so there's a need to get outside and do some meditation. Earth Connection. I'll go one more. And it's golden memories. There's also a need to let go of like past hurt and regret and fear and ego and resentment and, you know, all that kind of baggage that's negative emotion and negative cords of attachment to people, places, and things that, you know, should no longer be part of our life. Leave all that and move on, basically. You can take your golden memories, right, and the positive lessons. You can take that stuff with you, but leave the rest behind. Earth Connection yet again. I'm going to cut. And embrace. This card, it's a very beautiful card, and it looks like a couple in a very tight and loving embrace. But it's actually one person's inner masculine and feminine, and it indicates a need for balance, in, you know, in one's life and within one's being. Overall energy here is physical body, and now what I'm going to do is lay a spread from the perspective of the divine masculine, beginning with the initial card being with regard to the divine feminine and from her perspective or her higher self's perspective. So like the divine feminine on the divine feminine as it relates to the union. And the masculine about the feminine, about himself, the union as a whole, overall, and the outcome. What he would have the feminine to do or contribute or surrender toward, you know, the union, facilitating the union, what he himself is willing to do, contribute to render, and what the universe would have the two of you to do. Feminine about herself. Blessings. So this is when we know that there's a need to count our blessings, and you did have answered prayers show up as well. So it's a need that when we do put these intentions forth into the universe, speak things over our life, positivity over our life, goals, desires, dreams, and we see them beginning to manifest in a tangible way, that's certainly a time to be thankful. But even before then, like when we're asking, we're thanking then, because it's the faith that's demonstrated by saying, I thank you for, you know, fulfilling all my needs, even if you can't see it in that moment. That's true belief, and that's being thankful for the blessings and counting one's blessings. So if we didn't do that at the time, at least to look up, you know, and look around and realize what we have, rather than counting what we don't have and focusing on that. Because that takes us into a negative space too, negative emotion. The masculine with regard to the feminine, boom, soulmate. Okay, so we're on a roll with regard to himself, golden path. So he knows that he's like on a journey. It's, you know, he's not, it's not foreign to him. It's not obscure. It's not something that he's doing only subconsciously. He's aware that something has begun to awaken in him and that he's on like a new path. That path, for me, in reading the card, because the card reminds me of the yellow brick road, and I know what's at the end of the yellow brick road is the Emerald City. This card speaks to me about the golden path leading to the emerald ray of healing and love. Archangel Raphael, who is the archangel of the heart chakra. So of love, of the heart, of healing, whose name even basically means like God's healer, God's medicine for the world. So that's Archangel Raphael working with your masculine or vice versa, or being on a path to such, which is, beautiful, to healing himself and continuing to get, better, every day, becoming a better version of himself. And the union, spiritual growth. So the union as a whole is about that, is about becoming stronger and better every day, and just better versions of yourselves and a unit, right? The best unit you can be. Overall, listening. That requires a lot of listening, not only to each other and not only in the 3D, but to each other in the 5D, and to our messages that we receive from our own physical body, and within our gut feelings, which, the sacral chakra, and some would argue the soul is located there. That's how we feel that there. The butterflies, the intuitive feelings in the crown chakra, and the third eye, things you see, things you hear that are not of this plane, of the 3D plane. They're of something. Listening to all of that. And when I picked this up, here goes this moon tree again, also upright, right underneath it. So it's like the constant reminder. The outcome is transmutation. It's steady growth, continued rise, all the way up to the top. How do we get there? What would the masculine have the feminine do? Earth connection. So he's about you doing this meditation too, and clearing out some of your blockages, and opening the flow to abundance in your life of both, love and material and finances, like all of the above. By reconnecting with Mother Earth. What about himself? Healing. Not a mistake, these cards underneath each other, and that he selected them both for himself. They're both about healing. This is about full vulnerability to the universe, allowing it to heal you, allowing it to literally send its rays of healing through you. Eyes closed, nude body, so completely vulnerable. And it's like, you're the doctor, you do whatever you have to do, I'll be asleep here. What will the universe have the two of you to do? Just remember that you're always protected and you're safe while on this path toward enlightenment, spiritual growth, healing, a better you, ascension, a higher you, and a higher love for the two of you. Beautiful. Awesome start. So now we'll go for a perspective from the universe. That was from the masculine's perspective. This would be like from God and the angels. Beginning with past love. This can be connected to that baggage that was associated with golden memories. And opening to friendship. So it can be an unhealthy friendship or relationship that continues between you and an ex, or the masculine and an ex, or both. Past love. A friend that wants to be more, a longtime friend, something like that. Past love. It can lead to short-term heartache and heartbreak. Is maybe while you're focusing on that, the distance growing between the two of you. And this is probably the culprit. It's the brunette female. She tends to come through as the quote unquote karmic for me. And the fact that she's upside down, there's no reversals in this deck, but I like seeing her upside down. I like the fact that she often comes through for me upside down because it's like she's on her way out. But here she is opposite the past love card. So just like I was saying, like an X or something on one side or both. Past love. Communication. There could be communication that is unhealthy between you and a past love, or the masculine and a past love, or maybe that doesn't feel unhealthy in itself, but is unhealthy to the union. Like this continued relationship is unhealthy to your union with another. Past love and fun times. Maybe even hanging out and going out with this person. Past love. I'm going to cut. So if you see my readings, you're aware that there are what I call quote unquote parties of three. Sometimes romantic, as in like love triangles, that would, the past love would fit into that category. So even if there's not an active romantic relationship, it's a third energy. It is a block to the union. Okay, I've come to courting man. So we just saw fun times rather. Opposite past love, this courting man can be, an energy that is attempting to date you, or this could be the masculine attempting to date someone, or being courted by someone himself. And the overall energy is obstacles. So, yeah, there's a block. Okay, the divine couple. Right now, according to the universe, recent past. The near future. Masculine higher self. Blocks to the union. What the feminine can do to help herself and help her cause in the union. What the masculine can do. Further advice from the universe and the outcome. Divine couple. Freedom. I think you both may have people from which you need to part. You both may have some negative cords of attachment, and perhaps exes or, partners, karmic partners that you have yet to leave. Recent past, gifts. Birthday came right out. Maybe somebody recently had a birthday. One or the other of you. Of course, this can represent any type of gift giving, but birthday came right. Boop. The near future, spiritual growth. So just like the masculine selected in the other spread as the outcome there, for the two of you with all the developing that you're doing right now, spiritual growth, the near future, the outcome is indeed spiritual growth, confirmed by the universe now as well. The masculine higher self. Young female. I don't know if he has any children. I haven't seen any other or felt any other evidence of children, but I did feel that now. That this young female, I don't know, maybe it's his daughter or a sibling. Let me pick up some others and see. I just heard that it could be you too. I don't know if you're younger than him, or if you're more, I don't want to say immature in like a, like to make you sound like you're just silly and he can't take you. But you know how like one tends to be more reserved and the other is more spicy, so to speak. Yeah, that could be it. So maybe not a literal daughter, but just somebody that comes across more youthful than himself. He could be. And then, of course, this could have multiple meanings. So I'm going to pick up some more cards and we'll get even more clarity. Or I'll hear some more voices or something. Blocks to the union. True love. This is fear. This came up actually in the collective reading. The block to the union was the twin flame connection. And what that means is it's a self-imposed block. Like because I have this connection that I don't know what to do with, and I can't control it, and we want to control everything. Not only do I not know what to do with it, I don't know what to do with myself as a result of it, as a result of the way I feel and just emotions and not completely understanding and comprehending, through what I'm going. That in itself is a block. We run from that. It's funny that the overall energy is obstacles. When I picked this up, also up right behind it is Dating Queen. So we had Courting Man before. Now we have Dating Queen, which is the same kind of card. This can reflect, either one of you or both. And here's the gifts. It's being courted. So that could be this too. It's options, having multiple suitors or people, finding you attractive and interesting. And that's right here underneath the obstacles. What can you do about this? Blonde female. Now this may be you. And for me, the blonde female, so completely opposite the brunette female who represents the karmic, this one tends to represent the divine feminine for me. And so what this would mean is be that. Right? Like, accept your role, basically. Because you probably got some fear of this too. Like, not only him. Maybe you didn't understand either, which is quite possible. So now that we've seen the other cards, we saw all those cards right off the bat. So the universe didn't want us to spend too much time on that. Like let's get this part right out of the way. Soulmate, divine union, sacred marriage, boom, boom, boom. So that now we can try to break down the rest of it. Now that you know that that's the connection and you can come to understand it and come to accept it, then you can step into your role and be this blonde female, whether you're, actually a blonde or a redhead or not. This represents, like I said, the light for me, capital L, or the female in the situation of the light. What can the masculine do? Work. And value. Put the effort in is one meaning that came, and the one that came out right off the top. But also value. Like you got the blessings card and we're counting the blessings, and I said that's certainly the way to do it. Our prayers are answered. The idea is to, be thankful. And even before they actually are, the idea is to be thankful, because that demonstrates belief that they will be. So similarly, the masculine is guided to put some value on what he has and realize like what this is. Further advice from the universe. Open relationship. And this is working on letting go of, these things of the past, distractions, whatever you need to do to maneuver. And however long it takes, it's different for every couple, is what you need to do to be able to reach a point of where you can be out in the open, like a public situation, couple. That's, toward what we're striving. And the outcome. Whoa, outcome here is triangle. We knew that already. I wish they would have given us another card. But we knew that there was a third energy on one side or the other, or possibly both. And that can even mean that there is a love triangle. And this may indeed have more than one meaning. May indeed be a daughter. And like a third, another, female involved as a result, like to which he feels tied and from whom he needs some freedom so that he can do this. The fact that this exists and feels so strong is again in itself a block. It's a self-imposed block. What do I do about this when I have this other situation or these other situations and I feel so tied up and I need my freedom in order to really be able to embrace these things? Okay. I mean, I started talking about Party of Three before, because I guess I felt that coming on. So we're not surprised, and you're not the only one. It's very common, as I had started to say. And it's something, we get through. So back to the fact that somebody may be an earth sign. Saying that again, because I'm beginning with the King of Earth. I had forgotten about that. The King of Earth is generous, professional, responsible, and practical. A successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. You have the Midas touch. The Five of Water. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped, not seeing the positive of a situation and crying over spilled milk. So this is not appreciating or counting one's blessings. This is, oh, woe is me. I don't have, and focusing on what is lost and what we don't have and not on what we do. So this is failure to see and understand the true love because we're worried about the past love. Also, the Knight of Water shows up. The Knight of Water is emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative. Falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and an invitation to a social event. The Knight of Water is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. The King of Earth, I feel, might be a Capricorn, and maybe that was the thing about the maturity, but not necessarily. It can be a Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus. Sun, Moon, or Rising. King of Earth back. And opening to the Nine of Water. Your wish comes true. This is like the prayers answered card that came before for you guys. Concerns fade away. You have a love of life. The King of Earth. And opening to the Six of Earth. Gifts of money, time, or effort. New career opportunities, or receiving a loan or paying off debts. As it relates to love, and not just romantic love, but like just love among human beings. This card for me is about like unconditional love. It's giving freely, like without agenda, but also being able to receive too, and not being paranoid about the strings, like really being able to receive and trusting that somebody is genuine enough to be giving to you without agenda, and to have that be true. So it's two people in a mutual exchange, just because it's good to be good. That's all. And opposite the King of Earth, maybe it's because you can afford it too. You're doing well, so you want to help other people. King of Earth. When the King of Earth shows up also, sometimes you find yourself getting a job, even if you didn't apply for it. Like maybe a friend will say, hey, there's an opening down at my place, and you can, again, confidently accept opportunities you're offered. Also a good time to like apply for credit and things like that. And then here comes the Ten of Earth, a very happy family life, financial security, and finding magic in the little things in life. This card often for me shows up when there's going to be like a lump sum of something, that somebody receives, an inheritance, a judgment, a lotto ticket or something like that. This money all at once. And life experience with Archangel Chamuel, which is the Tower. And for me, it's not an evil card. It's a card of a more neutral energy that can like go in either way. So let's say, for example, there had been some financial difficulties. Then all of a sudden we have King of Earth. We have 10 of Earth. We have 6 of Earth, which means there could have been a lump sum, some money that came out of like nowhere. Basically, you weren't expecting it. Someone did give you credit, even though you didn't think you could get any. Your credit's bad. That's just an example. I'm not saying that's what's really happening with you. Scholarships and grants and things like that, just unexpected. A family member supporting something you're doing and giving you some money, or that type of thing. Or love. So yeah, that's what this Tower can be about, especially opposite the King of Earth. King of Earth again. I'm going to cut. Wow. And we're back to the 6 of Earth. So those gifts of money, time, or effort. New career opportunities are a possibility. Somebody may be getting a job that they, and again, receiving a loan or paying off debts. I wasn't even thinking about this. This note on this card when I said that. I was thinking more so coming from the King of Earth. So this could very well be how this turns up in your life, or the masculines. And after shuffling them all up in my hand a second, the overall energy is still the 6 of Earth, with those gifts of money, time or effort, or receiving a loan or a grant or something, or paying off debts and all that kind of stuff. So very nice. Like when all of a sudden you get a check from like last year's taxes. That just came to mind too. And you weren't expecting it. Even if you knew it was due to you, you just weren't expecting it, and it just turns up in the mail. And then all of a sudden you can do some things you've been wanting to do. It's like that kind of money. For me, the feeling I was getting, seeing the 6 and the 10 and the King all back to back to back. The masculine, the 7 of water, a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. This can, again, have to do with multiple options, multiple suitors, maybe. Sometimes I see and feel this card with people having situations involving like one-night stands even, and family. Like all water cards or cups cards can relate to children and or family. For me, the 7 isn't one in particular that does. It's more so the A's, the 3, the 6, the 10. But I get this sometime with a family issue too. So I just want to continue along. The 8 of air, an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, and being afraid to take action. So this can be, again, with regard to a decision involving family, afraid to take action, feeling trapped in a situation. Again, maybe with an ex or something, feeling like he can't leave. Because perhaps possibly because of a child, the daughter, that may or may not be his daughter. And maybe that's part of a situation too, because I don't know from where that's coming. But this is just feeling stuck. And it can be about a lack of confidence too. But, it's, like you just don't feel like you have it in you to do. But the wheel shows up. The wheel is in his subconscious with Archangel Michael. A time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. So it's like I was saying before with the finances, like feeling, and they could be stuck as far as finances too. Like I can't get out of this situation because I don't have the money to do it. And maybe at one point having been lacking. And then all of a sudden, boom, here comes the tower and that situation has changed. That could be what's going on here too with the wheel. Feminine, the 8 of water, desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional growth. This can be you wanting to leave your past behind, as you're guided to do from what I've read thus far in the cards, wanting to go ahead and move on. You're surrounded by the King of Air, who's brilliant, impartial, professional, and diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice and balance mental and emotional considerations. The King of Air is an Aquarius, which I thought I saw before. There was a card with a star. I never mentioned it, but I said, there might be an Aquarius or air sign involved in this. King of Air is an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. Libra, also represented by this card, the 6 of Earth, for me, represents the planet Venus, which rules, and this is why, because she rules both Taurus, so here's the Earth, and Libra with these scales. So this card for me says Venus. In your subconscious, it's the Page of Water. Intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly is the Page of Water. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heighten psychic abilities. The Page of Water for me tends to be a Pisces, because that's the more youthful or of the water element signs, but it doesn't have to be. This can also be representing, again, you being younger than the masculine, or vice versa. Younger or the more youthful in general. The Page of Water, like the Knight that came through before, is a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Crowning. It's the Ace of Water. Falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship. Spiritual growth and enhanced intuition. Maybe even a new home. So this can be reuniting if you have been distant. I think I mentioned distance before. I just took that into presumption or felt it or whatever. So yeah, there'd been some space between you guys. You'd been distant. This can be reuniting, coming back together. It can have dual meaning also. It can also, again, have something to do with a family situation on the side of the masculine, and or situation involving a child, here being the Ace. And that could be why it's on your mind too, or here in your subconscious. This Page of Water, maybe it's a youthful, maybe the child is a water sign. At the root here, strength with Archangel Ariel. Great inner strength. Release harsh judgments. Instead, exercise some forgiveness and passion. So when strength comes through too, and especially here crossing the 8 of Air, this is the strength to take back control of your life. Take your life back. It's not only having the emotional state to make it through a situation, but it's being empowered also to say, you know what, enough of this other people running my life sort of thing, and I'm taking it back. And here at the heart of the matter, the 3 of Earth, the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work. Be a team player. The 3 of Earth is about abundance, or 3s in general are about abundance. The 3 of Earth, of course, can represent what I call a party of 3. Not necessarily romantic, but quite possibly. Let's see if we can find out what the case is by adding some romance cards to this, beginning with getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And opening to chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Chemistry. Free yourself. Also, remember you as a couple was represented by freedom. It's time to take back control of your life. And I just used those words, separate and apart from this, of my own accord, with regard to the strength card, and particularly as it relates to the masculine and this 8 of air. Chemistry. But boom, the good news is, yes, this is your soulmate. So, you can survive all this other stuff. Soulmate and playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So here comes that, where this comes in handy, that youthful energy of young female, of page of water. Soulmate. I'm going to cut. Wow, and I'm back to getting to know each other, which is where I started. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And the overall energy is this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Here atop the 7 of water, separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Yes, there's somebody, and it's quite possibly an ex or a karmic partner. Like I said, it could be another family situation, but with this separation sitting here atop the 7 of water, it's that he knows he needs to leave. And it's a complex decision, possibly, again, because it involves a child. So how can I walk away or whatever? But this is what the cards say. Atop the 8 of air, where he's feeling trapped, he needs to get out, he needs to seek his freedom. Maybe he's guided to make the effort to do that by the romance angels. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Atop the wheel, deception. Someone's wearing a false self mask in this relationship, but that's gonna quickly change or be revealed. And that someone can be him. It could be him again, lying to himself, avoiding that true love from the first spread, for example, especially here in the subconscious position, lying to himself about the fact that he can continue to live like this, and trying to continue to keep making that work, and it's not working. It can be all of that. But the wheel, or the planet Jupiter, which is what this card represents for me, is the planet, people say, of luck. It's the planet of karma, of destiny and fate and what we've put into things, and that being what we get back, how we've treated other people being how we get treated, and all that kind of stuff, reaping what we sow. This will come out. What's done in the dark, if there's been deception, what's done in the dark always comes to light. So this will plan out. And I was talking about reconciliation before, and here it is, sitting here right next to the Ace of Water that made me bring it up. Someone from your past is returning to your life. That's atop the 8 of Water. Atop the King of Air, trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. And atop the Page of Water, healing family issues. So again, if it's not a daughter or whatever, it is or the 7 of Water doesn't mean a child, even sitting here next to there's some sort of family issue. And family issue can just be an ex and stuff too. But that's been coming through as you've heard me say the whole time. And now here's the card to confirm it. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So that, again, the young person can be you too. Or it can have multiple meanings. In any case, it's not just your parents. It's anybody that has such an impact upon your life that you can't move forward, without resolving whatever difficulty it is we have with them. So either we have to repair the relationship with them or we have to walk away from it, whomever it is. Crowning here atop the Ace of Water. So this relationship that's about to be on the mend and reconcile and, you know, reunited and coming back together, it's meant to, and there's a strong attraction there. Physically as well, there's a strong, there's true love there, true love. And here atop Strength, playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So when we want to know like how to approach the reconciliation, and it sits here next to the very playful Page of Water. That's how we're going to do it, by being, you know, youthful and lighthearted, you know, not bringing that baggage with us and not being like overly heavy, you know, as they say. Here atop the Three of Earth, wow, abundance. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. I'll quickly give you a couple of this is the masculine's advice from the romance angels. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. He has to get out of whatever this is. And for you, codependency. So you have a similar situation, it looks like. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. This can even be a family issue, even if it is something going on with your parents. It could be multiple things. Any person, place, or thing you know, to which you're attached that's toxic. That's the unhealthy situation. You have to get out of that. The Knight of Earth from the angels to the masculine. So he's to remain on course and on path. So good thing he was on that golden path. He's to stay on that steady, you know, ahead. Just keep going. For you, it's the Page of Earth. Page of Earth is scholarly, dependable, patient, and successful. Good news about financial matters. So you may be one of the people to whom some abundance is about to come in as well, in the form of, you know, finances. Wanting to do something more challenging and maybe even a new area of study. So I think I mentioned that. I said like scholarships or grants or a way to go to school. That can be coming through for you. Hashtag creepy deck for the masculine, blonde female. So like, get away from this, move toward the divine feminine is his advice. For you, money. It's letting you know, again, abundance on its way to you. And lastly, from the Tony Carmine Solano Universal Love Oracle to the masculine, divine guidance. So get into, you know, meditation, prayer, continue to follow the guidance that he's been given, stay on the course, stay on the path. He will be fine. This guidance is infinite. It never runs out. And for you, sorrow. You've got to let go of, again, the pain, the resentment, the hurt, all that stuff of the past, whether it involves the masculine or involves your childhood, you know, all of the above. You've got to let go of that stuff if you want to be able to move forward. That's a block for you. I hope that you enjoy your reading and you find it helpful. Namaste, Angel.